Hey guys, this is the advanced version of the Youngevity compensation plan, and if you haven't already seen the basic video for beginners, you must watch that first, because you must understand how to be at the very first level of compensation, because we're going to pick up right from there. So, as we know from the basic video, the brand associate level is our first safe level to be at. There are no other qualifications. You don't need to know anything else in order to get paid the same basic amount that everybody else does. All of these positions gets paid 8% on the first two levels and 7% on the third level. And all of these levels get 30% of the BV of any new orders within the first 30 days. Now, since this is the advanced video, I should probably explain that what's called the quick start bonus is not actually 30%. It's actually 26% plus half of what you would normally get on a regular month on the level that it's on. So if you enroll somebody personally and you leave them on your first level, it means you didn't do anything with them, then you get 30% because it's 26% for the bonus plus half of normal. And it's half of normal for you as well as everybody else. So everybody else above you gets half of what they would normally get. So the person above you, they normally get 8% of your orders and 8% of any orders on your front line. So if you sign somebody up onto your front line, you get 4% of the BV of that order plus 26% as a bonus, and the person above you gets 4% as well. The person above them will get 3.5%, half of 7%. And you didn't need to know that at first, because at first you don't need to really even have a down line. They call this network marketing or multi-level marketing thing a pyramid scheme, and although a pyramid shape is the optimal shape for a downline, especially when it comes to these positions, a lot of people are working with a pancake scheme because they have most of their customers on their first level. And in this business, particularly selling health products, there are vastly more customers than there are distributors. So often it is very, very stretched out. But as you move forward, you might be signing people up and then placing them downline, because you also have 30 days to place anybody that you just signed up. Any customer or distributor, you can place them under somebody else, under another distributor. So if you place them all the way down the downline, you might really only be making 27% of the BV on that first month, and then 2% every month after. So this level is a safe level to be at, and the next most significant level is the 1-star executive. Obviously, if you're looking here, the regular 100 QV personal order level allows you to earn off of 3 levels. So the next levels don't matter really at all until you have a 4th level. That is, unless you are promoting mega packs and you are looking for this coding bonus here on this line. And I'm actually going to ignore the coding bonus for now. I will make a 3rd video called the professional level, in which you do need to understand these coding bonuses. But for now, you're safe here and you can get the regular amount of pay, and there is no extra benefit unless you have that 4th level. Now, the difference between this level and all of the other ones really is the fact that this has no other qualifications. So this means you can be this position with no distributors at all. You can just have customers, and you can still pay for your own products at least, which is the first major goal for anybody who's really doing this. They want to pay for their own products. Now, these next 2 positions can also be done with just customers, but they do have to have their minimum orders in this case of the sales associate, where you have your 150 personal order in now, and you can earn 4 levels, 8% on the first 2, 7% on the third, 6% on the fourth. But you have to have at least 3 people in that calendar month, the same month that you ordered your 150 QV. Hopefully this is every month, but just understand that if you don't put your order in, it doesn't matter how many people order underneath you, you don't get paid on any of that. So assuming you've got your 150 QV order in every month you need 3 customers that order at least 50 QV. And what happens if you don't get that? Well, nothing. You're just still a brand associate, and you can still earn off of your first 3 levels. You don't get punished in any way. You just don't get that 4th level. You don't get that coding bonus that's available. And in the grand scheme of things, when we look at the 1-star executive, it's this level that builds the 1-star executive, because the 1-star, and that's the most important jump here on this compensation plan, the 1-star needs 3 sales associates. So that's the major role of this position. See that qualification here on their team qualification. The sales associate needs 3 customers or associates ordering 50 QV and 150 QV themselves. And then the 1-star needs 3 of those people, 3 active sales associates each month on their first level. So these 2 levels in between the brand associate and the 1-star executive are not that important. And again, ranking up won't automatically pay you more money. If you don't have people on the 4th level ordering that month, there is no extra money. If you don't sell a mega pack that month, there is no coding bonus, there is no extra money. But most of us actually do take at least 150 QV of product personally per month. And there are a lot of teams out there that train everybody to start on trying to get 150 at least. Why? Because again, this position builds 1-star people. This really does open them up to a whole new level of earning. So the next position here is the senior associate at 200 QV personal, and there is an extra qualification now, group qualifying volume. So that means all together, including yourself and the customers and distributors underneath you, all together, everybody needs to have ordered 1000 QV minimum. And now the 3 people that you need on your first level, front line, have to order 100 QV. And they can be customers or distributors. And now you can earn 5 levels. 8% on the first 2, 7% on the third, 6% on the fourth, and 6% on the fifth. And the coding bonus has increased as well. But again, if you don't have people on the 5th level and you're not selling mega packs, there is no extra money here. And actually, since the sales associate can build 1-star people, this level really is kind of unnecessary. You could jump theoretically. When you're ready, when you have enough customers, and there is money on the table there for you to rank up, it's quite easy to jump these positions. And then again, when you're ready, you can go to 1-star. Oh, and by the way, this group QV, this is on the first 3 levels. So for all of these numbers need to be within your first 3 levels, including yourself. And say somebody doesn't order, the level below them, in terms of the compensation scheme, they just bump up that month. If someone on your 3rd level doesn't order, but their customer does, you get paid 7% on their customer. And that person also bumps up to being included in your first 3 levels for this qualification. For the beginners and the people who are just basically recommending to their friends and family, they really can stay at brand associate. They don't have any imperative to try and rank up. Unless one of those people that they get started happens to get a great result, happens to get really excited about spreading this, and could even be excited about making money off of it. This person might, after a few years, have something like this. And by the way, these timelines are kind of realistic. You don't want to be thinking that you're going to be getting rich quick. You don't want to be thinking that you need to start ranking up. You don't really need to. Even if you're going at this heavy hitter, you want to make 50 grand a month in this business, it's totally possible. But you can absolutely get started and start building your business here at this level. No problem. Build out a strong foundation so that ranking up becomes no problem. And really, you want to be aiming for at least 1-star executive. Because just like you can relax here at brand associate in the beginning months or even years, once you get to 1-star, this is a very safe position to be. This is a very good earning position. And even though it can get better, this is the biggest jump from senior to 1-star. It has the biggest jump in the coding bonus. We introduce a new bonus here, the car bonus, which, by the way, you don't have to prove that you have a car or prove that you're using this money for a car or anything. It's just $300 extra US dollars on your check. And that can go all the way up to $2,000. And you can get that every month. But I'm jumping ahead of myself. Here to be 1-star. You cannot do 1-star just with customers. All of these other levels can be done with just customers. But the 1-star, you do need distributors. Like I said, you need 3 sales associates minimum on your front line. Altogether, the whole group, including yourself, needs to have ordered 5,400 QV. You yourself need to have ordered 250 QV. But now you are opened up to the bounty of the infinity bonus, which means that you get 2% all the way down. This is 9 levels plus. It means as many levels as there are, you can get 2% on them after the 6th level. And that 6th level is a wonderful thing there as well, because just like the other levels preceding it, you get 8% on the first 2 levels, 7% on the third, 6% on the next 2 levels. And now on the 6th level, you now get 8% again, which is really, really nice. And then it's 2% all the way down from there. And 2% might not sound like much, but if you look at this, this is 7 levels down and more. It means this was somebody who was enrolled by somebody, 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 who was enrolled by somebody that you enrolled. So you're getting money off of work that you did not do. And if they order every month, that 2% is quite nice. But again, remember, when these people are enrolled down here, you're only getting 1% of that, because whoever enrolled them gets 26% plus half, and you get half of normal. But still, there can be so many people down here. If it really truly does look like a pyramid, the numbers of people down here can be huge. And 2% of the bottom half of your pyramid can weigh a lot more than 8% of the top part. Now, to get the car bonus as the 1-star executive, you need to have at least 12 people order 100 QV or more. These can be preferred customers or distributors. They cannot be retail customers. And at least 6 of them have to be distributors. So in order to get this $300 car bonus every month, you need at least 6 distributors that month ordering 100 QV. And then the remaining 6, they can all be distributors or they can be customers. It doesn't matter. And none of this has to be on AutoShip. AutoShip does not change the compensation plan at all. AutoShip is just something that people can use to get free shipping. Now, once you've achieved 1 star, you really are doing this professionally. This cannot happen by accident. But you can basically retire here. I know people who make a heck of a lot of money and they're not concerned about moving up the stars or moving up to the ambassador levels, because they do very, very well here. But let's look at the difference between 2-star and 1-star. Again, it's not as big of a jump. There's only a $40 jump in the coding bonus, which is still quite big if you understand the coding bonus. But it's not as big as the $65 jump from the last position to 1-star. And then all of the jumps to come are smaller still. But the car bonus doubles. And what's nice about the doubling here is that when you are a 2-star executive, you no longer need your 12 people. So this is just automatic. As long as you qualify 2-star, you get your $600. This is great. But I know that it can seem challenging when you first get started to be like, oh, 12 people, you know, that you enrolled. Again, those 12 people have to be people that you personally enrolled. That's a lot of people. A lot of people fail to meet that criteria. But once you get there, it's pretty easy to get there. I don't think I've ever missed a car bonus except for 1 month when I messed up my own 1-star qualification. If you look at what a 1-star looks like here, one of those people on the bottom levels, an order was returned or something, and I was no longer a 1-star executive. I was a senior associate, no longer got my car bonus, and missed out on a bunch of money on the lower levels. And that mistake was a couple of years ago, and I won't make it again. But if you miss out on 2-star, you just go back to 1-star. Hopefully, as long as you got these qualifications, because 2-star is a little bit more difficult. Actually, it's significantly more difficult because the 1-star needs 3 sales associates. And sales associates are pretty easy to do. They just need to order 150 QV themselves, and they just need 3 people ordering at least 50 QV on their front line. That's pretty easy. But a 2-star needs 3 1-stars. Now here's the difference. Before, all these positions needed your first 3 people to be on your first level. The 2-star executive doesn't require that. The 2-star executive can have 3 1-stars as long as they're in different legs. They can be anywhere. So each person on your first level or your front line is considered a leg. So your 1-stars, to make you a 2-star, do not need to be on the front level, but they need to be in separate legs, all of them. And if you have 2 1-stars in one leg, that only counts as 1 executive leg. And you'll see that here for all the rest of them as well. And by the way, I'm not 2-star, I'm 1-star still. I'm getting ready to try and go 2-star. I'm not in a huge hurry for it. I do have 2 legs that are 1-star, and we're working on the 3rd one. What will change is my coding bonus, so every time I sell a mega pack, I'll make 40 more US dollars. My car bonus will double, and although I'm not concerned about my 12 people every month, I do hit that no problem. Remember, it's not 12 people that you enrolled that month. It's 12 people that you enrolled at any point in time that are either a customer or a distributor that order 100 QV that month. So even though I don't have to worry about that, it's nice to know that I don't have to worry about it, and $600 just comes clean. And as far as the compensation goes, it's the exact same as 1-star executive other than those bonuses. Now for the 2-star and all of the next levels, you need at least 300 QV. So that is the max that you will ever need to order for your own personal order, 300 QV, to get any of the levels. Of course, 100 you're safe with your own little small business. And then 250 you can really earn real money. And then 300 above are the real career levels. And we don't need to look at all these. You can see that they change slightly, but the same concepts stay in place. 3-star executive, you get an $800 car bonus now. You also don't need the 12 people anymore. Your coding bonus has gone up to $170, so another $30 from 2-star. That's great. You need 5 1-star legs. In this case, 10,500 group QV altogether. And these other ones, honestly, by the time you've gotten around this area, you can figure this out for yourself. And so, by the way, here at 1-star executive, you could actually make as little as $800 at this level, but you could make as much as $100,000 or more in a month at this level. But it's more likely that the people at this level will be earning somewhere between $1,000 and $5,000 per month. And if somebody is moving up to these major levels, it's going to already correspond with a growth in their business. And you could definitely be expecting the people at 2-star and above to be earning at least $10,000 a month. Whereas these bigger ones, these 4 or 5-star and above, they're probably around $50,000 and more. Those numbers are pretty much impossible down at these brand associates. You would need way too many customers for it to work in a flat line pancake arrangement rather than the pyramid. Because all these positions work best, obviously, when they're pyramids. The sales associate builds the pyramid of the 1-star executive. The 1-star executive builds the 2-star and all of the levels above that. So for now, guys, I don't think I have much else to add to this. If you are doing this on an advanced level, I would reckon that your strategy would be to remain secure at brand associate. Build up your business to the point where it makes sense for you to just order that 150 QV if you're not doing that already, and unlock that 4th position. And similarly, when you've got enough business there, you should never have to be worrying about this group qualifying volume, the total volume that you have in your first 3 levels, including yourself. You should never really have to worry about that, because by the time you've got 1,000 QV on your first 3 levels, you should be safe to start ordering 200 QV. And now, again, you didn't have to worry about it. You already had it there. You also don't necessarily have to rank up here, remember, unless you have money down there on those levels. And if not, you want to be focusing on your strategies. How are you getting the information out there? How are you meeting people? What is your system for dealing with them when you actually sit down and talk with them? What's your follow-up system? And of course, make sure that you know that you must train other people to do this, because this 1-star executive level, you cannot do this with customers. You need 3 distributors on your side at least. You need to teach them how to do what you did, which is teach other people. And make sure to check out the professional video, which will be coming out soon, in which we will talk about the coding bonus, which is critical to know about. I know it's just one little line down here, but this is the difference-making line. And you will need to know it if you want to do this professionally over the long term. And actually also, you would really want to know this if you do want to make more money faster. There's people that are serious about this. You cannot make big time money on just selling minerals. Not quickly, at least. But you can make impressive money if you are utilizing the coding bonus. I've seen some very impressive things from newcomers promoting megapacks and earning very big money very quickly. More than I earn from my slow build. I guess a closing remark here would be to remember that most people in network marketing in general make pretty much $0. Now, this is not exactly a loss. If this is a product or service that you do use and you would pay to use anyways, then there is no loss, really. I mean, in our case, obviously, there's a $30 entrance fee. It's negligible. And the money that we put down for our personal QV to unlock our position each month is products that we already want to consume. And again, most people in this business, including myself, our first goal is to pay for that product, those products that we ourselves love. We want to earn enough money on the side to pay for them at a minimum. So there's no loss here, and you don't have to think that this is a fast game. You have your distributorship, you have it forever, you can build your business forever. Maybe you miss a month, it's not a big deal. But 10 years from now, this can exist, and you can leave this business to someone in your will. Like, this is a legal business, and this downline will stay with this business, with your account, for life, or as long as the company is around. It's been around well over 20 years now, so we have no reason to think that it will not continue. And anyways, guys, for today, that's all I've got. I appreciate you. Until next time. And definitely check out my book, Fake Diseases. It covers all of the major topics that come up, like birth defects, blood sugar problems, bone and joint problems, cancer, autoimmune problems, and more. And it's on Amazon for just $9.99. And the audiobook read-along version is free here on YouTube, and the link for that is in the description of this video. Definitely get yourself a copy of Dr. Wallach's cookbook. This is basically a textbook teaching you everything you know about how to cook without the bad foods, particularly oil and gluten and all of the other problematic things on the list. This is 300 pages stuffed full of recipes, every traditional recipe that you could think of, and modern dishes without the bad foods that they're usually made from. And of course, make sure to check out our food page, Notice Foods, that's on YouTube, and at Notice Foods on Instagram. We have a lot of content up there teaching you how to cook without the bad foods that Dr. Wallach describes, and Dr. Glidden's 12 bad foods, all of that, all of the rules that you need to know. And we have experienced chefs and bakers who will answer the questions in those inboxes. And I've also published a book in response to some of Dr. Wallach's criticisms, including the major articles that have been written against him on the internet. So if you are a Dr. Wallach fan or a Youngevity distributor, I definitely recommend having this book in your toolkit. And all of my books, audiobooks, and links are available on my website, noticebooks.org.